Welcome to this week's episode of Bullets, Barbells, and Barbecue. I'm your host, Brett. Chris, the artist formerly known as Heavy C, is back after his illness.
Yes, thank you.
We got Matt, 75 hard.
75 hard dudes.
And,
At once.
and Tanner the Head.
That'd be easier than the program, actually.
At.
Yeah,
Thinking about dudes.
always. It's got a lot of head to use. We got our show partners, Elite Nutrition Omaha. Check them out at elitenutritionomaha.com. Use code B3 at checkout for 10% off, or go to the store and yell B3.
Get a free shaker.
He was on it this time. Fuck, Jesus.
Fuck
Last time
yeah.
it was like a delay. And then we have Rosewood Block. They make the best cutting boards and barbecue. Check them out at rosewoodblock.com. Use code B3 at checkout for 10% off. And Tanner just got his.
I got mine. I've been cutting just random, like worthless shit on there, like for no reason.
Make a PB&J and cut the crust off.
Exactly. Like it's just sitting there. Like every time I throw it on anything.
It was cool that Nicole let you put your name on it.
I know.
That's real
It
nice.
was our name.
Yeah, I mean, she has the truck.
She does.
Actually, and shout out to Nicole for sponsoring breakfast this morning.
Right.
She does a pretty good job with some good food. So I know she always listens,
Yeah, she does.
more than Chris.
True.
Did you listen to last week's episodes?
I did not.
Okay.
You're a fucking
I'll
shit
listen.
bag.
you weren't on them, so you can't even say you were on
I'll listen to that one this week. You're
I
right, I'll
was
check it out.
there.
I wasn't there this time.
But no, yeah, Nicole,
Spirit.
she can make some food.
Yeah, we had freaking shrimp and grits and biscuits and gravy this morning.
Yeah, it was pretty solid.
Looked
It was
good.
pretty solid.
Matt's following 75 hard, so he couldn't have any.
Yeah, he thought it smelled good.
Matt
Yeah.
had Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah,
I did.
And protein shake.
Yep.
He's on it. I'm good for him. He didn't even. We went to Porky Butts yesterday, and he wouldn't even eat brisket or burn ends.
Was that a
After
why,
he-
why could you not?
Well, after he forgot his wallet when he walked in.
I did. I was like, it works for Derek. It works for me.
So the lady, we're like ordering, and I was like, I order my food, and I got Amber like some, like a pound of turkey to go. And I was like, oh, whatever he wants. And he gets like fucking ham and turkey. And
Turkey
she's
and
like, dude,
fucking
he's
green
buying.
beans.
Why are you not getting brisket and burn ends?
I just hung my head in shame.
Yeah, and then he's like, and then can I also get green beans?
That lady was like, what a fucking loser.
Kind of. She kind of basically said
Dude,
that.
yeah. No, she 100% said that with her eyes. Yeah.
And then you know what? Actually, Matt's order wasn't even that disappointing. When we left, there was a pregnancy test in the parking lot.
Yeah.
How would you like to find out if it's your baby and if you are pregnant at Porky Butts in the parking lot?
Well, I mean, like, did you get brisket with it?
Should have done a more porky in the butt.
Yeah, Matt looked at it, but we couldn't tell if
Yeah,
it was.
I couldn't tell if it was positive or not.
Yeah.
I assume it was positive, and that's why it was smashed in the parking lot.
I thought you were going to touch it. And I'm in my truck. I'm like, don't touch it. There's
know,
pee
it's
on
like-
it.
No, Matt.
Yeah. Yeah, yucky. But yeah, what a sad place to. Or maybe not. Maybe that's their favorite place to go.
Maybe.
Had a little anniversary dinner. She went and peed on a stick, came out, holding it over his food or something.
Maybe that's where they conceived.
That could be it too.
Yeah. Oh, God. Look at this brisket.
Nothing gets me fucking horned up like some brisket.
That is true,
It's
though.
a potato salad rubbed all over your body.
Dude, their potato salad is solid.
Man, it is different. Like, I can understand why people don't like it because it's like the flavors, like there's a lot of flavor in it, but man, it's fucking good. I think it's good.
Yeah, no, I think. Yeah, I haven't been disappointed by anything there yet. But on breakfast, we had somebody ask what the best Pop-Tart flavor is, and there's some real debate.
There's not a fucking debate.
No,
there is
there's
one
not.
Pop-Tart
Yeah.
flavor.
There
It's brown
is
sugar and
not.
cinnamon.
There's like hundreds of Pop-Tart
There's only
flavors.
one worth making. The rest of them can go to hell.
No, it's in the Costco.
I don't know about hell, but
Hell.
I'm not taking them home.
Like, no.
I like strawberry.
You guys just get it's probably because you guys just get the Costco pack and you don't expand out from that.
Well, there is strawberry in the Costco pack.
And
Yeah.
the other one's cinnamon brown sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I don't get the Costco
Right,
pack
because
because I'm
it
not
comes with
wasting half
strawberry.
my Pop-Tarts in those fucking...
Well, they put the cheapest possible Pop-Tarts in there.
No, they
the
don't.
not good
They
ones.
They put they put the
No,
most
because
popular
everyone
one
likes the cinnamon brown
with
sugar,
the
and they
shittiest
make a
one.
bunch of strawberry, and they're like, how the fuck do we get rid of all this strawberry?
Yeah.
Oh, we pair them up with the best
no,
Pop-Tart
dude, it's like
flavor we
Mike
have.
and Ike's, and there's always so many fucking
No.
lemon ones in there. It's the same thing.
No,
If
they
everyone liked-
they take the best Pop-Tart and pair it with the shittiest Pop-Tart.
Right.
That way they can get rid of the shitty Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
Either way,
What's
they're
your
both
favorite Pop-Tart? You didn't say.
s'mores. Obviously, because s'mores, it makes me think of fire and like man things like barbecue, not
like
fucking.
Pop-Tarts are super manly.
Yeah,
I fucking roast my
Look how big my
s'mores
dick is.
Pop-Tart.
Pop-Tart.
yeah. And actually, there's a banana bread one out right now. It's pretty solid. They made an Eggo one. An Eggo one
just
is
eating
pretty
Eggo.
solid.
I can't remember the last time I ate a Pop-Tart. So,
Brett can. It was yesterday.
Yeah, it was.
when's the last time you ate a Pop-Tart?
I don't know. It's been a while.
See,
I ate some like legendary.
Last year sometime.
See, I'm constantly reviewing flavors, so
Right. It's just doing work.
yeah.
But
that's how I know that
But when I do
Kellogg's
get
should pay
Pop-Tarts,
you.
it's just cinnamon brown sugar.
Yeah, we're gonna make a video just eating Pop-Tarts. See which ones are better.
Kellogg's will pay you.
You know what is disappointing? I did get a Snickerdoodle Pop-Tart.
Yeah, it wasn't that great. They were hard.
Well, it was okay, but there's no fucking frosting on it.
No, but they were like really like stuck together.
outta
Like you
here.
couldn't hardly fucking get it apart.
Yeah.
What about toaster strudels? You guys remember those?
Yeah.
I feel like those were
the-
actually
With the bakey
Frosting?
fluttery. Yeah.
or no, what was the cheap? The Toastums were the off-brand Pop-Tarts, weren't they?
You mean the cardboard with paste on it?
But those were actually like supposedly healthier, like a healthier option, I believe, at the time than Pop-Tarts.
Well, I'm guessing that Pop-Tart, like, I think there's butane in there. Like, I'm not guessing.
That's
like,
fine.
Yeah.
Dude, their fucking
like,
their bowl game,
Pop-Tart-
their trophy was the best bowl trophy there was.
Like aside
What
from all
was
the
it?
sugar.
It was like a toaster with Pop-Tarts sticking out of it.
Oh, yeah. What about the Duke's Mayo Bowl where they dump all the mayo on your head if you win?
Duke's is so good though.
So good.
I would have brought a container with me.
I didn't
get
know
it,
that
like,
there
scrape
was
it off into the container.
I didn't know that there was like good mayonnaise and then other stuff until Duke's, and I was like, all right, cool.
Well, I was always like Hellman's only, and then I had Duke's. And I'm like, Hellman sucks.
yeah.
Well, they at one of the college games, one of the SEC games, because Duke's was, I mean, a real like a Southern thing for a while. They were having a contest of who could eat the most Dukes in the amount of time.
Oh.
Ooh, man.
Do you remember there was an MTV show? I think it was called Rad Chicks, and it was like
No,
it was like a Fear Factor mixed with Jackass, but just these 4 hot punk chicks. And one of the things where they had this like wheel of food, and it was like, I don't know, 4 cups of something, and it was like ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, horseradish, and all this stuff. And some chick had to eat. I remember she ate 4 cups of just fucking mayonnaise with a spoon, and then she threw up.
So speaking about Jackass, apparently like Steve-O's like a healthy dude now.
well, yeah, he was on to Whippets really bad there for a while, and then he like got sober and
Yeah, but like he like does like yoga and fucking eats right. And Bam looks dead. Actually, I think
Bam looks rougher.
yeah, I think Hulk Hogan was like, "Oh, I wish Bam was still here." And Bam like tweeted back, "I'm still here, dude." Oh, you just look dead. Sorry. That show was freaking crazy.
yeah, they were I mean, that was the original, just like crazy on TV.
Oh,
when you were talking
man.
about Fear Factor, you said there was like good-looking girls, whatever.
Yeah, Rad Chicks.
But did you ever see Fear Factor where they weren't all just like good-looking people? The guys were always like super jacked.
Yeah.
The girls were always like, you never saw any ugly people on there.
Right, because no one would watch it.
Yeah, I don't. But then you'd see like Rogan getting arguments with people. That was always good
That
too.
one guy tried fighting Rogan on there.
Yeah,
They were just. I just saw that on his.
when Rogan had hair.
yeah.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did have hair.
Yeah, I was like, why would you want to fight him?
So, speaking of Rogan, so did you guys watch News Radio? Anyone watch that?
A little bit with him and Phil Hartman.
Yep. And Andy Dick, I think, was on there.
Andy Dick's so fucking weird.
Yeah, he is weird.
Ah, man, he's a weirdo.
Pretty good show, but he goes from that, right? Like a stand-up comedian doing that to Fear Factor to UFC commentator to, I think he just signed a $260 million contract with Spotify. That was his second.
250. Yeah.
The other one was, the previous one was $100 million. Like,
I thought the last one was 200 million.
I think his first Spotify one was 100 million. I could be wrong.
I don't know.
Because when they took everything exclusively to Spotify.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
can you, like,
You know, he just started out just like him and his friends talking.
yeah, that dude, it is freaking crazy.
So if anybody's got like 200 million and they want to throw it our way for talking, that's cool.
I mean, we can split 100 million, I'm guessing.
I mean,
Well, Tanner said he wouldn't do a lot of things for $1 million.
You said you'd do pretty much anything for $20, so.
No, I said $1 million. $1 million's a lot of money. He said it wasn't life-changing money for him, though.
I don't think $1 million is life
I
changing.
guess when you're like Tanner and you already have millions, you probably don't worry
Right.
about
I'd
it.
still have to work.
Oh, you still have to work, but it's
Yeah.
different.
Then it's not life changing money. If you can't do
You still have
whatever,
to work if you got $1 million
Yes.
tax-free.
Yeah.
Yes.
you would too.
Yes.
100% you just still have to work.
Dude, you like buying things. You would definitely have to work.
I don't know.
Yeah. 100%
Yeah.
you would.
Yeah, you would.
Why?
Because you'd be broke in 5 years.
If you invested it properly in 10 years, you probably wouldn't have to work.
But for those 10 years, you'd have to work to pay your bills in the meantime.
yeah.
If you got $1 million straight out, no
Yes.
tax,
Yes.
you think you'd still have to work?
Yes.
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 How much money do you spend a year?
Well, I know how much money on just random shit you spend a year.
You don't.
I know, but I know a fraction of it, and if I just extrapolate that out, you can't make it on $1 million for very long.
I bet you'd be surprised. I mean, that's a lot of money to spend a year.
Yeah,
In
but
a
you're
year,
getting it
but
once.
you're talking the rest of your life.
Right, but you're talking.
Yeah, but think about how old you are right now.
I'm 45.
Okay.
$1 million was going to make me.
So
what?
you're gonna,
So let's just say you paid your house off.
yeah.
Okay.
Most of us didn't buy our house at a bad time. So average, people probably owe between 150 to 200,000 on their house.
Okay,
I
so
would
yeah.
guess any of us.
All right, so you have
Okay,
800,000.
So you got 800,000. Okay, on average, take your house out.
Hold on.
How much just straight up fucking money do you think you spend a year?
Un momento, por favor. You still, because we live in a fucking communist country, still pay fucking property taxes.
I get it.
Your property taxes are how much? $9,000 a year?
$6,000.
$6,000. So that's $500 a month.
Okay. But do you
Right.
think so take 800,000 over 20 years. That's 40 grand a year. Do you think you spend 40 grand a year?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Take out your house and your car
Yeah.
payment.
Yes.
No, I'd still probably spend 40 grand a year.
You spend 4 grand a month on fucking nothing.
Yes.
I doubt it. Every month. You think you spend every month,
Maybe
you
not
think
every
you spend
month.
4 grand.
Yeah, but I still don't think it's enough to.
But it's not going to be it's $4,000 this year.
But that's
and then
groceries, that's your electric bill, that's fucking internet, that's if getting a new
Yeah.
phone. Like you want to go buy a new, what were you going to buy last week? Your Yeti.
I didn't buy a Yeti.
No, you were going to buy something.
I bought a drum smoker. Oh, you're talking about that generator thing? I
Oh
looked
yeah,
at?
you're going to like, that's $2,000.
Yeah, but I'm saying, you think you spend 4 grand every single month?
No, but sometimes you spend like 10.
I don't think I've spent 10 grand in a month. You have
You
different
could.
spending than I do, apparently.
No,
Also-
I'm pretty cheap. I just don't think like just with your normal bills, health insurance, going to the doctor, like food. I mean, I probably spend at least $600, $800 a month on food. Oh, at least $800 a month on food.
Well, you're going to make your own flour. That's going to cut into...
It was actually more expensive than freaking buying flour. I don't even know how that's possible.
So 3 out of 4 of us agree that $1 million wouldn't be enough to retire on, even
No.
at our age.
I just don't think so.
I don't think so either.
You don't think
Like if you never want a new car,
I think
if
the
you
number's
never want,
probably 10 million. You could probably stop working at 10 million. to
yes,
get that.
you could stop working at 10.
I mean, but think about it. Do you think in your lifetime you take home $1 million?
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
Think about it. What you actually take home.
Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, you do too. Pretty quickly.
I mean, but it's some time.
Yeah.
I'm
it is
saying how
some
many
time.
years?
10
I
years.
said,
But it's
Oh,
also
let's just-
stretching $1 million over 40 years or more.
well, you can retire at 65. You can get Social Security. I'm just saying to get you there.
Right. So you get
So I'm
kind
not
of
saying,
towards
like-
Social Security, but Social Security will get you.
But like
Some
you
portion
guys
of
go
it.
on a vacation. Yeah, like if you go
Yeah.
on like one vacation to an all-inclusive resort, like that's what $4,000, $5,000. That's one. You know what I mean? Like I just don't think I just don't think it's enough.
Not to be comfortable and to like not think about it.
No.
I bet you could live the exact same life you live right now.
Not forever.
I couldn't.
Not forever. Not for.
I mean, I probably could because I'm pretty cheap. I don't have a car. I don't have a car payment now, but and I won't get a new car because I don't want one. But if you want a new car, I mean, that's what $600-800 a month,
We went from talking about the best Poptart to
$1 million.
$1 million.
Not
But I said, even if it's $800 a month, you're still, on average, do you spend $400 a month?
4,000.
Or sorry, $4,000 a month.
Yes.
Take out your house payment.
No.
Exactly.
So if you just assume you go to 65, 25 years, $1 million, roughly $40,000 a year, $3,300 a month.
Okay. I bet on average you don't spend $3,300 a month.
How much is your insurance?
My electric bill was just $500
Why was your electric bill $500?
because it was really cold and we only have an all-electric house.
But would you have the heat set on?
Warmer than it needed to be.
65.
No.
Mine was
Him.
230.
I didn't want
But
it.
we're
I
propane.
don't want it where it's at, but I.
Mine's
know
set
it.
at 59 at night. And it's a 60. Like
So if you don't
60
have a house payment, you're probably spending $2,000 a month on bills, right?
Okay.
Well, you
So-
still have your property taxes, and you still
Yeah,
have your
so
whole. You
that's
still
what
have
I'm
your
saying.
That's what he said.
insurance.
That's what he
you're
said.
$2,000 a month on bills. With that includes groceries, electric, phone, whatever else.
Okay.
So would you say 33?
So you got $1,300 left over.
How much?
$1,300.
That's not a lot of money for
That's
entertainment.
$300 a week.
For entertainment and
Yeah, that's just not a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
you buy a pair of shoes, it's $100.
The other thing to consider is that money becomes worth less. That same $1 million each year is worth less.
Yeah, and it keeps getting worth less faster.
So
Like in 10 years, that $1
But now
million
also,
is probably
we're just saying getting just $1 million. And but if you put 500 or 400,000 of that into an investment, or you buy a property, that's what I'm saying. You could live off it. You could buy a property for 400,000 and draw rent off of it. You know what I mean? You could buy 2 houses, not super nice houses. But you could buy 2 houses. You could probably charge $1,000 a month rent that you own outright. So now you're making an additional $2,000 a month.
I think the smarter thing would be to do is just let the bank fund that, and then you just keep the profit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, either way,
Instead
I'm
of-
just saying.
instead of
I just
bankrolling
think
your
that
cash.
$1 million you can do a lot more with it. And I think you guys are.
You can do
I,
it.
no,
You can
I
do a
think you
lot
can
with
do.
it.
I think you can do a lot with it. I just don't think it like. I think you can turn them. You could take $1 million and make it life changing money. I think you could take $1 million and invest it, buy properties, start a business, but you're still working, right?
But if you just had the $1 million and just lived off it, I don't.
yeah,
think that's
but if you're just gonna take $1
But you
million,
just said that $1 million was not life changing money, that you couldn't retire off of it.
I can't. I would have to work. Like I would have to take that money and invest it in a way, and I could do a lot with $1 million. Like I could, like we're pushing out. We have our own supplement line. Like I could push out product faster, right?
But even
I
if
could
you-
do a lot of things.
But even
with
if you
it.
bought, let's say you bought 3 houses that you can charge $2,000 a month on.
You're still paying all the. You're still. Yes. But you're not making $2,000 a month.
But you're saying, so 2 of them. I'm saying $2,000 a month per house.
Yeah, but you're just not making.
So if you have 3, you're making $6,000 a month.
But you have all the expenses and everything that goes with it, and you're still working because you're still having to take care of the stuff. You're still having to do maintenance, upkeep. Rentals usually don't do all their shit.
I think it's doable.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could. I just don't think you could sit on your ass with $1 million.
But you know, I have clients who own property who don't do anything with them because they just have a property management company. So you're going to lose some, but you're still going to come out with money.
I just don't think you can sit on your ass with $1 million.
I mean,
That's it.
I wouldn't want to sit on my ass anyway, but I'm just saying you
Yeah.
could. $1 million is life changing money.
Life changing, yes.
You could retire.
No.
You could. Yes, you could. You could quit your job and do your own thing. You could quit your job and you could own fucking 3 houses that it is not that hard to pick up rent from a house. You act like you're out like slave
But as
fucking
soon,
labor
but as, soon
with
as
a
you
house.
do that, so say you buy 3 houses, what's your rent going to be on those?
So if you
$2,000
buy
a month?
so you got $2,000, $6,000 a month.
So $6,000 a month. You have to pay taxes on that though, because now that's income.
That's if you own the houses outright, right?
Right. So you own the houses outright. So you're paying tax on that. So whatever that comes
your
out to be.
$6,000 a month probably drops down to I don't know what.
Call it 4.
Yeah, I was
Right?
4. Yeah.
So that goes down to 4, and that's if you get that and nothing else comes up. So you can bring in for that. Now you're paying an additional property tax on all those. You use $500 a month, so now you're down to $3,500 a month that you have to do that. But
Now, when you go to sell those houses, okay, maybe we're arguing 2 different points. Okay, maybe we're just like not on the same page. I think $1 million can change your life. I just don't think you can sit on your ass. Like I don't think, like even at 45, I can't just take $1 million and be like, all right, guys, it's not going to do whatever I want. I'll golf that money away by being bored and not doing anything. Like I will spend that quickly. Like I think, but if you take it and buy properties, invest, build a business, build another, like do whatever you want to do. Yeah, you could definitely turn it into life change, to complete life altering money. Like if someone gave me $1 million, I could turn it into way more than that.
So you could live. That's what I'm saying. You could take $1 million.
But it would take work.
Yeah, but not like.
I think we're talking, like he said, you're talking about 2 different things. I'm thinking of money that if I got enough money to where I could basically, if I wanted to,
Do nothing.
just sit in my house and absolutely do
Or
nothing.
travel the world and go
do
wherever you
nothing
want.
for the rest of my life. Not invest anything. Absolutely nothing.
Well, you could do that with $1 million. You could sit in your house and do nothing with $1 million. If you did absolutely nothing, you could take that $1 million and do it because you have no expenses.
Yeah.
If
I guess for me it's like if I could sit there and
Because
I
here's my
could,
thing is, like, owning
I could
like a
buy,
rental-
I could buy the acreage I want. I could go on the trips I want. I could buy whatever car I want. I could do what I could have a house in Colorado, like or Montana or whatever, like that type. That's what I guess I would view as.
But that's what I'm saying. Like if you bought like 3 rental houses, there's really not a ton of work into property owning a house that you're
but
renting out.
you just got rid of all your cash.
that's
Unless the bank, unless you
Yeah.
had the bank do it. So
Yeah.
so now
then
you're
that's gonna
now you're
cut into your profit a little bit, but
yeah.
eventually you'll build up more equity, and then you can buy more houses with the equity that you have.
But that's why I said you bought
houses.
three $200,000 houses. That's only $600,000. It still leaves you $400,000.
you already paid off your house with $200,000. You got
So you still have $200,000, and then these are going to start generating money.
Yeah. I'm just saying you ran through a lot of your income, which means now we have to build income back up.
Yeah.
I think we're talking about two different things. A little bit.
I think you could have $1 million and not have to work again.
Yeah, I don't.
Because I don't think owning a rental property is working. You're not doing anything. You're collecting checks.
I bet it's still pretty fucking stressful.
But if you do it yourself, now if you have someone else do it, what do they take out?
That's a
Usually
good
it's like 2 or
question.
3%.
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah, it's not usually the percentage isn't that high really for property management companies
Yeah. I mean, I think it just depends.
because they pool the money. They're not making you pay like you know what I mean. Like they just have a pool account that they're pulling for repairs and shit like that, and then because it all kind of evens out.
If you're sitting there with rental properties and a bunch of money invested, and then 2008 happens again, I'm guessing that's kind of stressful.
Well, that was actually great for rentals because people lost their houses.
Yeah, but you also lost the value of your property.
If that was
But
a
you're
good-
not selling
that
it, you're
was
just
a-
renting it.
That was a good time to buy houses.
Good time to buy it, not a good time to have them.
Not a good time to have.
Yeah,
'em.
yeah. Because I had some guys with some rental properties, and they were fucking killing it then.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people lost their houses. They got in bad interest setups, and it all fell apart. I think it's doable.
Why don't you just save $1 million, Brett?
I said
take-
if someone gave you $1 million tax free, because like I said, the amount of money you actually take home.
How much money would it be? How much money would $1 million be if it wasn't tax free? Like how much are they taking for tax?
Probably
What- we need, like,
300,000.
1.5.
It's just 1.5. I think.
If you had 1.5, you'd end up with $1 million.
Yeah, no, but he's saying if they took taxes, it'd be like what, like 700,000 probably if they took the taxes out of it.
So you'd end up with 700,000.
Probably
Yeah.
somewhere that's probably 30%ish, give
Yeah,
or take.
I would say you would probably need
1.3, 1.4 million to actually come off with $1 million, come clean with $1 million if you had to pay taxes.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, if you just got the
lot of
million and
money.
they taxed it, it's like probably 30. Is it 33?
It's
30?
right in there, but then you have state. It all depends on, yeah. But you can take about 35 to 40% off. That's why I said if you wanted $1 million, you'd probably get one. You'd probably have to take 1.5.
Which is kind of like just working in general. They take like fucking 30 to 40% of your fucking paycheck anyway.
Yeah.
And then after you get taxed on the money you make, and then you get taxed when you buy something, you only end up with like 30% of the value of your check or something like that.
Do you know the greatest thing about this podcast? We went from fucking Pop-Tarts to this.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, I don't think everyone can pull that off.
it's a transition.
I mean, that's a talent.
Yeah, because isn't it after you pay tax, like the same dollar's only worth like what, like 40% by the time it circles around. By the time you get taxed on it when you earn it,
Yeah.
and then when you get taxed when you spend it.
So here's the biggest scam. Like that the bank, like banks are just.
You mean like the federal government's just a big scam?
the federal government's a giant scam.
Yes.
It's a big money laundering scheme with all the freaking.
I had that
Taxes
debate with
and-
somebody where the states could survive without the federal government, but
Fuck
the federal
yeah.
government couldn't survive without the states, and they didn't believe
Exactly.
me. And I was like, I don't know.
Some states would have it easier than others, but yes,
You would still have to unify for some kind of,
military.
yeah, which is kind of what it was supposed to be anyway.
That's all they were supposed to really do to begin with.
Yeah.
Now they do everything. But all right, so if I give you $100 cash, right, and you give Brett like I buy something from you, I buy ammo from you, and you pay Brett for a gym membership, and then he comes out and gets some chickens from you, and we all spend this $100. By the time this $100 goes around 20 times,
It's worth like $20.
it's worth $100.
Well, the $100 bill, yeah, cash.
The
Yeah.
$100 bill.
Yeah.
But if I now give you a credit card, the bank takes 3%, right? And then you give him a credit card
plus your 10%
or 10-cent
or 10
fee.
or sorry 10 cent like swipe or dip or whatever it is.
10-cent transaction fee, 3%, whatever. God forbid you're swiping a Cabela's card or a rewards card, then you got another little kicker on there. By the time we get around, like how many transactions have to happen before the bank has all of it?
Yeah.
And for what?
Well,
For what? For swiping a card?
Well, like for a while, people get weird about cash. Taking cash, especially like during the pandemic. Like no one had change, and cash this and that.
They were trying to get rid of cash.
But so everybody wants to use a card, but now they charge you. A lot of restaurants I've seen will charge you like a 2 or 3% convenience fee for using a card. I'm like, that makes me more mad. Just raise the price like 50 cents so that I don't even notice.
Right.
But I don't want to read at the bottom that you're going to charge me, because then they give you your bill, and then if you pay them cash, they redo your bill, well, supposedly they redo your bill and take the 3% off. And especially in the restaurant business, they're like, oh, we're going to lose money. Dude, you pay your fucking servers $2 an hour. Get the fuck out of here. Like, whatever the minimum for servers is now, is it $2.50 or something like that? Like, you're not losing money.
It's also all over social media now about tipping. How tipping's out of control in the United States.
It's wildly out of control. I fucking hate it.
Everybody just thinks that they deserve a tip. Like,
robots want tips. You go to like a self-serve kiosk at the freaking airport. They're like, "Would you like to tip?"
if you don't, just because you're a waiter or waitress or server or whatever you want to call yourself, doesn't mean you just get a tip. Like, if you're shitty, you shouldn't be surprised if you don't get a tip. And if I was a server and I got a bad tip, and I know I did a good job, you're gonna have asshole people.
Right.
But if you look at, like, you know what, I could probably do better. You know what I mean? Like,
I think the 15 so it's specific to the restaurant industry because like their compensation is based on getting tips. That's why they get paid so little.
Yeah,
like if you do your job and you meet expectation, 15 to 20% for a server, I think is kind of the expectation because that's what everything's built around. But when you go anywhere outside of that, where you're getting a normal hourly wage, and then like you expect a tip for doing your job, no. If you do something that's like above and beyond and you do something cool, yeah, then if someone wants to compensate you for that, cool. If not, all right, well, maybe the next one. But like having tip jars and asking for tips and especially rounding up to donate to shit. Like the number of places now that are like, hey, would you like to round up?
That's
I'm like,
just
oh, you can just fuck off.
Getting a tax break off your money.
Exactly.
That's all that is.
They are taking that. They're donating a 501c3 and they're freaking taking that right off their tax bill with your goddamn money.
Yep.
I don't care if you want to round up 2 cents. Fuck no, I do not round up. Nope, not happening.
it depends on what it is, if I do it or not.
They're just giving.
I don't care.
You're just giving Walmart a tax break.
I don't go to
They
Walmart
don't
unless
need
I
money.
have to.
Well, Hy-Vee. You're giving Hy-Vee a tax
You're giving
break.
Hy-Vee a
does
tax break. You're
I don't care
giving
about the
Baker's a
diabetes
tax
kids
break.
either. No, I'm just kidding. I'll get the diabetes ones because they give you a little shoe to sign. No, but like I'll do like when I'm at Cabela's doing a roundup for conservation. I don't care. I mean, it's whatever. I'm not really worried about 2 cents.
Just go ahead and.
Tanner's got to because he can't live off $1 million, so he's got to fucking pinch everything he can. 2 cents? Are you fucking kidding me? That's a fucking some flour I got to grind up later. I don't know, it's all scammy though.
It is all a freaking scam. All the rounding up is a scam. I wish tipping would just go away. Like just pay $15 an hour. I don't give a shit. Raise the price.
Right.
But I mean, the thing is, your food's going up.
Right, your food goes up.
But
15,
you know what? I
20%.
don't understand why or how.
How
Like,
what?
you know what I mean? Like they're paying nothing, and their amount of tickets per hour has to be fucking crazy.
What are you talking about?
Like think about how much you make per hour at your store.
Yeah.
Not you, but like the store generates.
Yeah.
Now put that into a restaurant. Their tickets are crazy.
Yeah, but restaurants have
I'm not shitting on the restaurant. I know I have some friends that own restaurants. I get it, but like
the restaurant margins.
not every restaurant is serving filet mignon. You know what I mean?
No,
like
but restaurant
their margins
margins
are
are
pretty lean.
tight. Restaurant margins are tight. Like here's the thing. The problem is like I knew a guy who owned restaurants. It's like you'd be hard pressed to eat $3 worth of food. Like it doesn't cost that much to make it. The problem is it's all the other stuff that goes into it, right? Like, but the food costs aren't. I mean, and the food costs have gone way up since JoJo took over. But besides just the food costs, you have all the rent. You have just everything that goes into it. The margins are like 10%.
well, and the rent in a lot of cities is getting fucking out of hand too.
Yeah, it's 10%.
And it's like, oh well, if people can't afford the rent, whatever. But that's not. It's going to close small businesses. It's not going to affect. But they just keep raising the rent. I'm like, and then they sell you the sob story of their fucking, well, our property taxes have gone up. Well, maybe you should all get together and go fucking do something about it. Yeah. Or you're never going to sell me the sob story because at the end of the day, you have a building to sell.
Well, and like, who doesn't care about $15 or $12 minimum wage? Target, Walmart. They don't care. They can absorb it. They can just hire a few less people. It's all the people. It's the small businesses that can't afford it, and that's why the big companies push that shit to run the small businesses out.
Well, I tried to explain it to somebody the other day because like Nebraska's is going up, to $15 an hour.
I can't believe Nebraska voted for that. I don't even know if people knew what they were voting for.
And you know what? Okay, you might be able to, in Omaha, which it sucks because major cities make a lot of decisions for the rest of states, but Omaha, okay, that might be a little different, but like, do you think some mom and pop restaurant in like central or western Nebraska can afford to pay $15 an hour
To their dishwasher?
Yeah, you know what I mean. Not even a restaurant, just a the small hardware store in some town. You know what I mean? Like they're not equipped to do that. And then we all know. I mean, I'm from a small town. You change the price of fucking something at the hardware store, and everybody in town's gonna fucking talk about it.
Yep.
And they're already struggling because people will just fucking go to Amazon and get it. I mean, I don't know. People don't think, they just always think everybody should get more money. Well, that's not how it fucking works, dude.
Well, and
A lot of places don't always pay more because they can't. They're trying to run a fucking legitimate business. Not every business owner is just like fucking rich, like reaping the rewards, just like fucking everybody out of money. There's very few. The ones you hear about are like major corporations, and those guys, whatever, man. I don't fault anybody for earning money, but small business people are just fucking doing what they can. They want to make a living too, but
well, and the
the
problem,
per hour that a small business owner gets is probably way less than what their employees get.
well, and the problem is like in whether it's in gyms, whether it's in supplements, whether it's whatever any of us do, like we're dealing with giant competitors. Like I have to deal with Amazon on a daily basis. Like Amazon, and it just cracks me up. Like I have people who will like message me like, "Hey, what do you think about this protein?" Okay, I'll just like, and then they don't get it from me. I'm like, "You're not my friend then. Quit freaking asking me questions."
Yeah.
Members had people, they'll ask
Like
her
that's
stuff and then
a super
she'll buy it somewhere
shitbag
else.
move.
Yeah, don't do it.
Tucker.
First off, I have a fucking website, so it's not like it's that much different than Amazon, right? Like you could still go on there and click a little button and get it. So like if you don't even want to come in, but like support the people that are in your community, support the businesses. Like you have these giant Globo gyms that come up, like they're not based here. Their money's going back somewhere else, and they don't give a flying fuck about you. That's actually one of the reasons why I like Hy-Vee, even though I mean they're an Iowa, Nebraska thing. They tend to give back.
Yeah,
They
but
tend
you
to
don't
get
round
back-
up. You don't round up for them to get
No,
back.
because I'm not giving them a
No.
tax break.
No.
I'm not giving them a goddamn tax break. You know what? We need to fix the tax
pay your
system
taxes
anyways.
like I pay mine.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I
we need to fix the tax system anyways. So they all need to be a part of it instead of rounding up my pennies.
Yeah, yeah.
You should start doing that do it here too. Round up for whatever. Just come up with some obscure.
round up for the
fucking-
BC fund.
Yeah.
Who's BC? This guy. Oh yeah, what's wrong? Nothing. Just wants more money. I don't know.
Round up.
Round up.
I think when people vote for things, like they don't always know. Like, I actually think that the whole voting system should be an issue-based ballot. You don't actually vote for a person. You vote for issues that you believe in. Because then you get the people who just vote because their favorite celebrity told them to vote for them. There was a statistic I saw the other day that 18% of people are going to determine their vote on who Taylor Swift endorses.
Well, they're all liberals anyway, so they were going to vote that way to begin.
I just don't understand why you would not just want to do a little bit of your own research. It's not that hard to figure out what you're about.
Well, most people don't know a goddamn thing anyways. There's like either they vote blue or they vote red. They like try and have a debate with most people or just try and have a conversation on a topic. Their head is up their ass. And I like I am done talking to idiots. Like I have just been telling people that they're idiots. Like you're a moron, you know shit. I'm done talking.
Imagine Tanner trying to get his head in his ass. It's huge.
Man.
So's his ass.
Do have a nice ass, you know.
Well, I think it'd be your hole.
Matt has a nice asshole.
He did. Was
Confirmed.
told he did have a cute butthole.
Yeah, confirmed.
That is confirmed by a medical professional.
Yeah, 2. Actually 3.
Is your wife the third? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, I was gonna say that's.
Did she check it out afterwards? Mm-hmm. Is she like, do you have a cute butthole?
Yeah, she was like, let me see it. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
She's like, let me look underneath the hood.
I try to prevent Amber from seeing my asshole at all times.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Is she like chasing you around trying to like peek at it?
She's like, I don't know why you care.
She's like, bend over and show me that butthole,
right.
Brett.
I think that's something save that romance for when you're older and you have to
Right. Some
somebody's
things
ass
are
for 'em.
supposed to be a secret.
That's why I also like to shit by myself with the door closed.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not an open door pooper.
Like I might bring Pig in there.
Well, yeah,
My
Loki
little
will come in
bulldog.
there.
She can come in and hang out.
I taught Loki how to fist bump when I was pooping one day. Yeah,
He's
but,
the good one.
yeah, I'm a closed door pooper for
You're
sure.
halfway through your second workout. Into a workout.
Yeah. Anyway, how do we
Where are we
Poptarts.
at?
Oh, hey, hold on. Talking about pooping. Chris gave the 5-star to the new gas station over here, and then I heard somebody got carjacked there. I don't know if that affects the bathrooms or not, but
No, it doesn't.
okay, they're still nice.
Yeah, they're still nice.
Did the carjacker use the bathroom?
I was just there 3 days ago.
Did the carjacker use the bathroom before they?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Someone got
I think it has
carjacked?
something to do with the hotel, or not the hotels, the apartments and the bars that are around that location. That
It could be.
may be
Yeah.
a contributing factor.
It had a good bathroom emoji, but you might get carjacked, so be ready.
Head on a
Yeah.
swivel.
Yeah.
All
True.
like always. All
Always.
gas stations.
When you're in the middle of a vicious cockfight. Fucking little Anchorman for you guys out there if you weren't ready for it.
Feel this.
I don't have any new poop reviews, though.
No?
I don't think so. I've gone anywhere lately to have to do anything. Ever since I've been taking that NAC from you, I haven't had any dagger poops lately.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's coincidence or what.
The NAC is one of those things that.
And
for-
neither, knock on wood, and neither Amber and I have been sick, and Amber's usually a little more sick
That's
than
what I was
am.
asking you about the other day, right?
Yeah.
The sit behind the counter.
Yeah.
NAC is one of those things that, so what was freaking hilarious is during COVID, so they have done a bunch of studies on NAC prior to COVID. PubMed studies, peer reviewed, double blind, like highest end of studies, and showed that it had a very strong antiviral property. So it slowed viral replication, which allowed you to fight viruses, flus, stuff like that quickly. So they did this freaking study during COVID. Okay, 2 fucking days after the study ended. Do you know what happened to me? My freaking credit card processor called me, who's part of the cabal or whatever, and said, "You're selling NAC on your website. We no longer process your cards." They tried to take it off. The FDA tried to pull it off your shelves. So of course, what did we do? We ordered as much as we fucking could, because that's what you do when the government says you cannot have something. You buy all of it. And then they try to pull it off the freaking shelves. And now they got enough complaints that they put it back on. But they wanted to make it pharmaceutical only. 2 days after it
I
showing
think this
that
shit's good, and it's inexpensive. I have a client of mine, I think you met him before. He's got a special needs kid, and they do something with him with it.
Yep.
I don't know. They mix. He wanted the capsule he could break down, but they mix it in with like his yogurt or something. I don't know what it
Yeah.
does for him.
And I have the powder. And like the powder, the powder is $25 for 250 servings.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Like, I
I need
mean,
to
That's
ask
like
him again.
creatine prices.
it tastes like salty metal. It tastes terrible.
I just do the tablet. I take 2 at night.
Yeah. But I mean, it doesn't taste good.
Dry scoop anything.
I
heard that about you.
I dry scooped that. And like
Did
the
you?
first time I did it, I was like, oh, fuck me. This is bad.
Got it. Got it.
All right. I'll bring it in for you. We'll dry
Yeah.
scoop it on the podcast.
I'll have
All
to
right, let's do it.
I'll have to ask my client what it does for his son.
So it also is a precursor to glutathione. Glutathione is your granddaddy antioxidant. So a lot of people were using it to actually get rid of all that bullshit that was in your body after getting poked. So they were using that to clear out the organs.
Pure blood.
Yeah, same.
Same.
Not
I
mad.
had to for the department.
And he felt like dog shit after it.
Yeah,
I was with him.
I had to get it. Felt like shit, and then I got it. Well, no, I got it first, and then there was like I think it was over roughly about 5 weeks, where every week I got a new email updating me saying, "Oh, you've recently had it. You're not eligible for it." And I was like, "Cool, I don't have to." And then it was like, "Oh, no, actually, we changed our mind. It's getting it doesn't make you safe enough, so now you have to get it." And I was like, "All right, well, fuck, I guess I'll go get it." And then the next week, "Oh, no, just kidding." So it went for 6 weeks, and then eventually,
How many pokes have you had?
I got it twice, and then the last 2 that they were like, "Oh, you need to get these boosters." I was like, "Fuck that, dude! I've had it. I got the first round, and then I got it again. I got the booster, and then I got it again." I'm like, "You guys can just fuck off."
He got COVID more times than I've seen.
Well,
Legitimate testing stuff. Like, I feel like shit.
So this guy that would come to the store and he fucking scared. He'd been poked and jabbed and boosted his booster and fucking everything. He's had COVID like 6 times. I'm like, I just looked at him like, you think that maybe it's not working?
Right.
Like possibly it's just not like maybe it's not
I know
an
some people who have
adverse
got all the boosters, and they're like the sickliest people I know.
effect. Yeah.
Definition of insanity.
So if you look at all cause mortality in 22 and 23, or 22 and year 2022 and 2023 in the UK and the United States and pretty much every country that was highly vaccinated, post pandemic, do you know what should happen? Your all cause mortality should go down. There should be no excess deaths because post-pandemic, the weak should have already died. Okay, that's typically how it works. We have excess deaths at record rates post-pandemic. Oh, wonder what could be the fucking problem? No clue.
Strawberry Pop-Tarts.
Oh, that was probably it.
Yeah, if they'd ate them fucking s'mores one, they'd be crushing it right now.
Right, yeah. That's the real vaccine.
Making their way downtown, walking
And then when you
fast.
want to be immortal, you have the cinnamon brown sugar.
Yeah, the real man Pop-Tart.
Actually, you ate those, and look at you.
Right? I'm fine. I'm pretty much invincible. I can fucking jump fences, all kinds of shit.
I mean, in all fairness, Matt's had a lot of surgeries, but I've had none, so we kind of offset each other. I've had
Right.
0, none.
Yeah, what was that movie with Bruce Willis?
Unbreakable.
Unbreakable, right? For every Unbreakable, there's a Mr. Glass. Got it.
I got you. I got your back.
Yeah.
I'm the yin to your yang there, Matt.
There's that. What's that? It is some kind of.
Brittle bone disease.
Yeah.
That's a legit thing.
Yeah.
Bubble babies.
Erin, my wife's treated at least 2 people who have it. And like you take an x-ray and their bones, it's just like lines through their bones from like all the little breaks and cracks and stuff. It's fucking bad.
I think you can get injection, like
You can
injections that
get
help.
some stuff
Yeah.
to like try to strengthen. And like there's different varying degrees. Like sometimes it's just like gentle, more softer bones that are more prone to like stress fractures and stuff. And some of it's like, nope, it's like a twig if you turn your head too fast. So,
Wow.
wild.
Yeah, we covered a lot of stuff today.
Yeah.
But on that bone loss and stuff, I know a gal now who is starting Wegovia. And so I was talking to her about like the loss of lean muscle mass and stuff like that. So I told her I'm going to keep following up and asking her, and she needs to go get scans.
I
and
did
stuff.
see the first commercial last night for the class action lawsuit against Ozempic, and the other one. There's some legal teams doing it. 'cause the-
Mounjaro?
Manjaro? or
Well,
what?
I don't see.
How, how do you say it?
I think, is it Manjaro?
I think so.
Yeah.
labia majora?
Yeah.
No, but it's a class. Some law firm was doing it because of like that stomach paralysis and a couple other things. But they said Ozempic, and I can't remember because I missed the first part. I heard the Ozempic thing, but if you use it for diabetes treatment or weight loss. But I said obviously don't stop taking without consulting your doctor. But yeah, there's already like class action lawsuits.
So
Which isn't surprising.
Well, here's the thing, and I think the more that I've talked to people and the more that I've done research on it and talked to people that are using it, the problem is that we have a couple problems. One, people want it too fucking fast, right? So, and it's the patient and the doctor, right? So doctors are prescribing like a bunch of idiots.
Well, they're getting kickbacks sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes.
Huge kickbacks.
You can't. Yeah, in whatever way, shape, or form, it can't be a direct kickback. But yeah, there are things that are happening. But also, I think that let's just say you take a shot and you lose 4 pounds, and you take another shot and you lose 4 pounds. You take another shot and you lose 2 pounds, right? And you go to your doctor and be like, I lost 2 pounds, right? Instead of the doctor saying, that's fine, you're losing 2 pounds, we're good. Doctor's like, okay, well, we'll take you from 5 milligrams to 7.5. Oh, we'll take you from 7.5 to
Right.
10. We'll take you from 10 to fucking 15. And then that's when your stomach paralysis is happening. That's when people are shutting down all the time. I think, and I did actually an Instagram thing on it, if you use it as a tool, right, especially as women are just hard, like their hormones are crazy, especially as they age and like that perimenopausal state, like before you get through menopause, but like your hormones aren't functioning, like that's a hard state for women. I think they're like in limbo, and like what their hormones are today may not be what they are on Thursday, right? And it's just like they're like constantly like fighting, like chasing their tail. I think it can be a tool, but be patient, eat your food, like follow a meal plan, talk to me. I will run you on a scanner. We'll make sure you're eating enough to not lose lean mass, to not have muscle or bone loss or bone density loss. Like use it as a tool, not as a magical fucking bean. That's my 2 cents or 10 cents, because I kind of rambled.
Anything else?
I
I
think
thought we
we're
were
good.
going to talk about optics.
Oh yeah.
Did
Should we do that on our update?
Yeah, we can talk because we'll
that
talk about
moment
that.
pass?
You'll have to wait till the next to hear about that.
Ba-ba-ba.
That's
If
called.
you want to hear about our optics, listen
Tune in
to
next
the next
time.
episode.
That's called
Preferred
a
optic.
that's called a tease in
The
the
tip.
industry.
Yeah.
Teaser.
We're gonna give you just the tip right now.
A little teaser.
Sorry.
That's all Matt has.
I believe it's called.
True.
I believe the
It's barely an Audi.
young people call it edging these days.
Gross.
We just gave you guys the edge. Come back for the full episode.
And on that note, we want to thank you guys for listening. Like, subscribe, follow. We're on the audio platforms. We're on the YouTubes. If you don't follow us on YouTube, follow there. We're releasing our, well, by the time this releases, it'll already be out. Our little tips and tricks videos we're going to start to do more of. We got an optics one. We'll talk more about that in the next one. But we'll see you guys next time. Thanks.